Publisher journey and lessons of the day. Today I was working on my next book I'm about to publish. Maybe today or tomorrow, most likely. HowExpert Guide to Family and Relationships. So stay tuned for that book, okay? It's not just about relationship with family, but with friends, partners, acquaintances, and just people you run into it on a regular basis. All aspects of this topic, okay? It's a very general book about the general category, by the way, okay? The next book I'm working on after this is, I was looking at other topics, and I decided I'm going to go for HowExpert Guide to Sports and Outdoors. So stay tuned for that book coming soon in the future, okay? Sports and outdoors is a very core category. Right now, my theme I'm focused on is core categories, all topics A to Z pretty much. Quick tip as a publisher behind the scenes, when I want to make sure a category is like a core essential category, today I learned about, I already knew about it, but I researched into it a lot more. It's called BISAC. I think it stands for Book Industry Standard Categories or something like that. Go look it up. But basically, a lot of the book platforms use that to categorize your book. So if the standard is BISAC and you're looking for essential core categories as well, this is a good list to look into. And I researched it. I used ChatGPT AI to ask, hey, give me the whole list of all the main essential categories for this BISAC list. And it gave me about 40 plus nonfiction book categories. And based on that, it makes it easier for me to, what topic to go into. And if you want to know more, you can use AI to ask, hey, what are the most popular topics or subcategories, the next level subcategories under each of those categories. So the list was like architecture, art, business and economics, and the list went all the way down to 40 plus topics, categories. So I'm gonna look into those, okay? And I decided, you know what? And they phrased it sports and recreation, but there's a lot of book platforms out there that could call it sports and outdoors. And I asked AI, what are the top core categories? A lot of times, and they mention sports and outdoors together. So, and a lot of times, sports has a lot to do with outdoor activities. Sometimes, like, sailing, that may not be a sport, but it may be an outdoor activity. It's pretty similar. So I decided to combine those together into one book, HowExpert Guide to Sports and Outdoors, coming soon, okay? And I came up with a title, the subtitle, the outline, and the book description, basically. And after that, I'll work on the content. Again, rinse and repeat. That's pretty much it for book publishing as an independent publisher for all topics A to Z. After that, my top 3 goals with publishing is, number 1, I want to get to 1,000 plus books, all topics A to Z. That includes core categories, subcategories, as well as unique topics. So I want to publish 1,000 plus books using AI. I've already published about 400 plus books, working with real life freelancers, real life everyday experts for all topics from A to Z about their number 1 passion, knowledge, and experience / expertise. But now, AI came about, so I'm embracing it, and I want to use AI to publish 1,000 plus books. So all topics A to Z. That's one of my first goals, top goals as a publisher. Number 2, I want to focus on direct selling. I want to diversify my sales and income from different platforms, not just rely on just one main platform, but have a diverse set of platforms where I'm generating a lot of sales equally, as much as possible. So if one doesn't work or whatnot, worst case scenario, I have another platform that's doing well and so forth. So that's my main goal. Next goal, okay, diversifying. And I'm going to do that with Shopify direct selling, which is a big topic in this publishing industry. And interestingly, the top two big topics when I went to the author conference last year for several years in a row was about those two topics. Number one, AI, and number two, direct selling. So, and I also want to do direct selling to another level. This year, I embraced direct selling. I set up my Shopify site in the most simple way as possible. I did it. I did Meta ads, Facebook ads in conjunction with the Shopify store, and I'm making sales on a consistent basis. Is it at the level that I want? No, but I still did it. Previous years, I wanted to do direct selling, but I always stopped myself in the middle because I got stuck somewhere in the middle because I complicated the process too much. So this year, the one change I did was I asked myself, what's the simplest way to set up the product, the book on Shopify, the simple way, without having to do all the techniques and tactics? Because as a publisher for hundreds of books, if I have to apply every single technique and tactic for direct selling for each book, it's going to take forever. So I just did a simple approach and asked myself that simple question: what's the simplest way, without complicating the process, that I can start and finish direct selling? And when you ask a simple question, you get the right answer, right? When you ask the right question, you get the right answer. So finally this year, I went from start to finish. I didn't know everything about Shopify, but I still did it the simple way. And guess what? Meta ads, I didn't know everything about meta ads. Back in the days, I would get stuck and not make sales because I was watching all the gurus, and the gurus are telling me, you got to do this, you got to do the retargeting, you got to do this and that for Shopify and for Facebook ads. And information overload can actually hinder you from taking action and actually following through. So this year I said, forget about all the techniques and tactics. What I'm going to do differently is I'm going to just do the simple method for both direct selling, setting up the Shopify store, and setting up the Meta Facebook ads. And guess what? I did it. And because of that, I'm able to make consistent sales now with direct selling. So that's another quick tip for authors and publishers out there. If you want to ever do something and you find yourself procrastinating, or you're always going through the process and you stop in the middle of it, ask yourself, what's a simple method of doing this from start to finish? The simple method, and just do it. And eventually, as you do it, you actually learn a lot more. A lot of times we tell ourselves, oh, I need to learn all this stuff before I take action. Guess what? You'll actually learn more from doing it, following through, even doing the simple method. So that's my second goal. And my third goal of publishing as a publisher, after I do 1,000+ books and do direct selling, my third goal is also to teach. I want to teach publishing. I want to teach book publishing, self-publishing to future authors and aspiring authors and publishers, and everyday people as well who just want to publish one book. And because every time I go to any business conference or whatever, I find myself, if people ask me what I do, I say I'm a publisher. I always end up telling them, hey, you should write a book. Or they ask me questions about book publishing. So those are my top 3 goals as an independent publisher for my publishing brand, HowExpert. I want to do all those 3 at the same time. That's why I do these videos. Okay, I might not be I might not be the biggest teacher right now, but I'm just practicing right now. I'm already doing the publishing. I'm already creating and publishing books on a regular basis now using AI. So I'm making baby steps to go to that goal of 1,000+ books. And not 1,000+ total books, but 1,000+ AI books. So I'll hopefully have 1,500 books by the time I'm finished with that goal. Number 2, I want to do direct selling, okay, with Shopify and Facebook Meta ads. And number 3, I want to teach at the same time. I had a mentor back in the days that says, learn, do, and teach at the same time. Then you'll actually learn and do a lot more at the same time. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. If you want to learn, click that link below the video. Check out my resources. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.